Hello fans of Marvel Heroes and friends of my channel, welcome to another episode of Q&A. My name is Wilfred, I play the game and talk about the game. Today is the week 3 of Civil War, the event, and I really got to pick a side again. But before I get there, just a couple of questions being highlighted here, as well as what is happening to this recent patch when heroes finally getting buffed. So if you look at the okay, so let's look at the questions that you have here. So I think there's a common theme coming along in my stream with regard to, what is the motivation in continue playing the game, or at least, from my perspective, also from your perspective. And I know some of you have kind of left the game and totally understood, because there are many games out there for you to sort of enjoy as well. I get tempted from time to time, and I do play other games as well. And I'd like to just talk a little bit about that kind of motivation and what keep me playing this game, and the some of the challenges I do face from this game from my personal perspective. All right, and the as for the new heroes that is recently released, I would like to just talk a little bit from my personal perspective again, because usually I share my experience in an objective manner. But since you asked, I'll give it to you. Last week, if you recall, there's quite a lot of heroes being nerfed. And the nerfing is never easy, because it upsets people. But sometimes for the long-term kind of goal of the game, it is a necessity evil in a sense. So let's look at the what is being buffed and how it's going to affect my channel, because I produce guides for nearly all the heroes except Nova, I think, and Green Goblin. And I do keep them updated all the time if I can. All right. So like Emma Frost, I need to make an updated video on her, but I'm still not quite sure whether she get another tuning or not, because she's been buffed big time and nerfed kind of big time, and I don't know what they're going to do with her. But if you look at this whole list of new heroes tuning, is that Magneto, it seems quite interesting. By the way, God the Man Insect is my all-time favorite passive name to it. Wow, God the Man Insect. I may do the crunching again because it does affect a lot of power and the decision hereby to pick certain builds. So I will likely to do another video on Magneto. Happy news for Magneto. I think recently some of you have asked for an update on Magneto guide as well, so it comes in good time. Squirrel Girl. My heart actually sung a little bit when they said, whoa, there's a change in Squirrel Girl. Do I need to make another Squirrel Girl video? The answer is no. It just buffed the damage a little bit. So it is, well, it's not really a little bit. It is by 15% because there are 15 squirrels there. There is no change to my build or the gear that I would use for Squirrel Girl. It's just that whatever video you saw in Squirrel Girl, you just imagine she get better by a certain percentage. Am I excited by this? I'm not actually, because her spirit cost is still really high and her health is still really low. Those are something that is very easy to fix. I don't know why Godzilla is not even looking at that. I don't know. Hulk, again, no change to my build because it just does more damage, that's it. But it actually doesn't solve two major issues. Hulk play like paper. The strongest one there is doesn't mean that you hit hardest. It also means that you can take more bullet, like in a movie. How it doesn't. How feels like paper, and because all his animation is slow, he tends to take a little bit more damage as well. Because by the time he does his thing, he's already hit like that. Don't know how many bullets everywhere. So disappointment there. Nightcrawler. I think in some way I probably would not do another video on him yet. I think there is not really significant change to his design to warrant a change in my build, because I've done the X/ build for Nightcrawler. I am also hoping that the quality of life of Nightcrawler will come sooner, so I'm not going to sort of waste my effort into just creating another guide for the sake of one big paragraph there. But I do not think that it warrants a change in my guide or build, not in that manner. She-Hulk, if you play She-Hulk, you probably realize that she's very underpowered. So 15% bonus to damage and reduce 50. I mean, these are welcoming change. This is probably one of her weaknesses, but I think from her design perspective, probably need to do a little bit more so to make her more fun to play. Is a change good? Yeah. Do I need to change my guide? No. Taskmaster, again, it's just to increase damage by 15%. I thought Taskmaster is really good already. At least from his survivability point of view, he's really good. So I don't need to change my guide for Taskmaster. Now, Loki is a very interesting change. Just to highlight you all, there was one power that was really overpowering, the Arcane Rune, I think, that destroy all the illusion to get a big damage. Now, according to Garcilian, that power was very overpowering, OP, and they want to nerf that first so that they can buff other power. Now, my only criticism to Garcilian, which is I'm just nitpicking right now, is just they should have combined these two together and make it like a really soft kind of like, it's not a hard blow to people. It's just bad for PR, man. It's PR 101. Because when you nerf something big time, you should buff something, to do it right. So you should if I were Garcilian, I would defer that nerf by 1 week, which who's playing Loki anyway, and then combine with this buff, and then so the effect doesn't felt that way from the people on the ground. It conveyed a wrong message. So I don't know what Garcilian is thinking, but these are very good changes, by the way. Because the one power, the OP, get removed, and now it's quite a lot of very interesting stuff. 15% across the of the power here and there, depending on which shield you use. I use the Sorcerer's Shield. It's good stuff. And lay waste is another power that I felt really, really underpowered. It's been buffed up by that much. It's also a very welcoming change. And the Staff Blast become a Spirit Spender, which is very nice because the only reason why I picked Winter Grabs is that it is very short distance, and it is the only power that is a Spirit Spender. So Winter Grasp, but it's very heavy on the spirit consumption, and it's actually lower DPS in a sense because it's an area damage. Now, if Star Blast is a Spirit Spender, so it is a very welcoming change. So I really wish they could have just bundled this one with the nerf on the Arcane Rune, and that wouldn't that is a whole complete story I have. When it comes to Loki. So in short, I will look into Loki as well as Magneto for the guide, for the refresh of my guide, together with Winter Soldier as well, because I think that's a bit dated. So there are 3 guides and Emma Frost 4 guide I would like to. So I do in just a bit. All right, now back to the game, and I've already got the legend for the Captain America, so naturally I would like to join Iron Man and have a chance to get one of the best artifacts for Iron Man. So now I have not played this part of the event before, and this is the very first time if my game doesn't hang. And I am on the Team Iron Man. Wow, Team Iron Man looks pretty cool. So I tell you what, I would still use Scarlet Witch anti-registration in Iron Man camp. How cool is that? And wow, so okay, so they listen to feedback, and it's good that they have got a stash somewhere here so that people will not, stash. All these things are very, very important. So what I'll do, I'll head into the fight, and after that I play a little bit of the game, talk about the Q&A that you guys have asked for. Alright, so since I've joined the Iron Man team, I have to sign up for a registration ID, and that would mean that I'm officially Iron Man's friend. And let's go into that, the airfield car mission. I would think that would probably quite similar to the one that we have seen in the Team Captain America side. I'm using a disruptive build, just a little bit different. Otherwise, it's just going to be the same video again and again and again. So I hope to show you a little bit of different gameplay. Falcon. Hey. So, well, actually, I found that the cosmic version is kind of hard, for this one, and luckily this is not. I mean, this is still quite alright. Well, I get out. I try to get out. Seriously. So now it's versus the Winter Soldier. Sorry, man. I feel bad actually fighting my old team. Just part of the game. And no bad feeling. Oh, wow. Let me just get out from somewhere. Okay. It's been a while since I played the Disruption build. So for this week, I intend to do just that. To give you a little bit of, a variety on TV. And the now it's against Captain America. Man, I feel bad, man, seriously. But I think this week we have the role play and sort of think a little bit on maybe for the good of the human race that we should all register and be monitored or whatnot. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and well, I think it's all like. I think this is fine. I may do the ultimate for the fun of it. Probably do not need to. And I'll get another achievement, I think, and and that is it. Sorry, Captain. This is part of the game. That's it. All right, so that's it. I think I'll have an achievement finally. I've got my breakfast here, by the way. It's our carrot juice, beetroot, celery, and apple. Okay, so. Why are this? Okay, so this is a token. So let's get to work. Start with the pro registration fashion. So yeah, and I'll need to turn in, I think, or not. So this is, I think, the top of the Avenger Tower, huh? That's pretty stuff. So I've done it, and there will be more quests for me, I believe. Hydra. Okay, so this one short story in a sense. I don't think this is one that requires me to actually complete the one shot, the story itself. It's one of those that you could. Okay, so a lot of you ask like how actually do you increase the rank or collect the conflict. The idea is that spam this cooldown and buy the disturbance box, because for 1 seal you can earn about 15 seal. I hope now they fix the problem. And so I need to head to so this is new to me, one shot story on the March Access. I think there must be a mission somewhere close to the entrance, I think. So there has been some bugs in the last event. There's some achievement that can only be unlocked if you have performed certain kind of like hang on a second. Let me try to see. Locate the Thorn clone. There's a clone? Where is the Thorn? Oh, it's just right there. So there has been some bug that some side mission cannot be. It's not there. So okay, so this is the guy that I need to destroy. I think it's kind of pointless in a sense. Why do I need to do this thing? And that's it. I can body slide back. All right. So there has been some bug, which unable to complete the side mission in a way that get the achievement for the last. But I'm not going to stay in the same camp again because I want a different title. To me, it's more important. The title as well as the artifact is more important than the. Okay, yeah, more important than the achievement. I mean, the event will come back again, so I'm not too worried about it. And I need to do the same thing again, or all these things in. I'll refresh again, so I get one of these boxes, and then that's it. I mean, I have to complete legendary, so my legendary is like industrial city. Well, who knows? I still can't open this. This is really silly. I have to bear with the lock-on screen to open boxes. It's really funny design they have. So yeah, back to the Q&A. I think a lot of you sort of find it losing motivation in playing this game. Red Skull, really? No, I don't want to do Red Skull. Crossbone, okay, that's better. So I need to. You can still choose. You don't have to do something you don't like to do. Anyway, I need to go Industrial City Patrol for my legendary. So I can totally get you. I've got quite a lot of my friends, my wife included, who have left the game for good. They may come back just for some special login, but they they are really not interested in it anymore for whatever reason. And there's no right or wrong answer. I mean, there's no different camp here really. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a video game. Some may like it, some may not. Something may be a deal breaker for some, and they find that you log in and you really don't find anything fun to do anymore. This sort of thing happens. I totally with you. Kirigi is in Hightown, but let me just try to get Crossbone first. So I totally get you. I mean, I play a lot of video games. There are at some point in time whereby I also like sit down and sort of like what am I going to do really, like the Mass Effect multiplayer, Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. I really like the game for some good reasons, and I spent a lot of time grinding a lot of stuff, but in the end I end up not playing it at all. So there's always a point in time whereby you say, okay, I'll stop, and that is when usually that is the point whereby you probably will not come back. Like the World of Warcraft as well. If not the, it's a little bit hard for Scarlet Witch, but I'll try. It's like the wow, this is like I have to keep teleporting and try not to get killed along the way. Okay. So I mean, there's always a point in time whereby people would just for good reason leave the game for good, and there's nothing wrong with that, and you don't have to justify why you're leaving a game, because it is a very personal choice. No one need to justify why they do certain things in life, especially when it comes to video games. You may want to justify to yourself, in a sense, find out why, but to me it's a very personal matter. It's not like it's something that yeah, I mean, and it's very normal, right? And at one point I was playing a lot of Fire 4 as well. Not sure whether you guys heard of a game called Fire 4. It's actually a very good game. While it lasted, I actually spent money. I actually pay money on the microtransaction, because I do find that the game was really fun. And in a way, it come to a point whereby also at one point in time whereby you log in and find that there's nothing else you want to do, and why continue playing a game that you don't enjoy playing? It's always a constant kind of like question you ask yourself, and there will be a time whereby you just leave the game for whatever reason. Developer not doing much, developer not doing the stuff that you prefer them to do, and so on, right? So wow, the Crossbone is there, and I need to loot all these things before Crossbone spawn. So wow, I'm good luck to my inventory. Okay, it's fine. I hope I get to Crossbone before someone actually downed him. How am I going to collect this thing here up there? Okay, done. Where is Crossbone? Over there, is it? Okay. So yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that if you find this game no longer fun, that's fine. You can play other things as well. But always welcome to continue watching this channel just for some nostalgic kind of like thing, and I always welcome you. Again, a whole bunch of stuff. I'm always constantly struggling with inventory in this game, and even after the cleanup for all this loot kind of thing, I'm still, all these tokens really, I think they should just be something that's auto loot, or just a currency token. How hard is this to create another currency for this? But of course, I understand. At the end of the day, they have to sell stash. And all this overbloated stuff, like all this useless buff that you collect 2 from Captain America, you collect 2 from whatever from this team. So it's just like just too many inventory to deal with. Sometimes like my wife, I can share with you that my wife don't play this game anymore because it's just too many inventory to think even which one to drop, which one is not. I mean, for me, because I've been playing this game for a very long time. I sort of like become a second nature as I drop, not drop, drop, not drop kind of thing. But all these boxes here, all this loot, I rather they drop good quality loot, like the Diablo 3 style. Diablo 3, I don't recall I have to spend so much time just to go through the item one by one and see whether should I keep, should I not keep, should I keep, should I not keep kind of thing. But yeah, this game is just odd in many ways. I see some green stuff there. Well, okay, so this is probably a keeper. Yeah, just way too many things that I would probably prefer to knock it off my my loot table. Voluntarily say, do not give me any more team up gear that is green color, whatnot. So okay, so that is the, what am I supposed to do here? I've got the crossbone down. I need the kirigi. So why not I do a kirigi here? So that's how you play this whole thing. You know what? There's a superior. Where is the guy? Okay, over that side. So I'm going to destroy, you know, this clone first before heading to the high town. And the okay, then just spam this guy. I mean, disruptive build is actually quite alright. Although I have to say that it's, the rotation is a little bit. I mean, the graphically is not as exciting as the other chaotic build, but I think it does its job fine. And I've got another seal over that side. Let me get out from here. I've got another seal over that side, and a box here. Another kind of like, you know, they always say that you have to train your eyes to see what to pick up. I think that is really not the right thing to say to people. You shouldn't have to struggle so much to look for what you need to pick up. Okay, so that is one. I'm going to head to High Town and talk a little bit about my motivation playing this game in just a bit. Alright, so that is my breakfast here. That's beautiful. Okay, Hirogi. So my motivation is this. I always maintain the fact that this game is very special in a sense. There are many heroes there are many heroes that you could play. There's no other game that you could have so many classes, heroes, and so on. So I think in that regard, you know, this game is still very special to those who are still in it. And I mean, there is a payoff as well. The longer you play it, the longer you stay with it, you know, you don't feel that overwhelmed with what to pick up, what to not, and you know what to do kind of thing. Because any games that is ever evolving is always the same. Like, you know, like there's a lot of changes. Like, you know, if I look at Diablo 3, I want to go back there again. You know, really I do. But just that I'm not familiar with the whole, even the kind of cube or whatever you call, because I'm not familiar with it anymore. I feel like a bit of a chore to even try to discover how things work. So I always go back to what I'm familiar with, which is a Marvel hero game. So in effect, that is where my comfort zone is. And the developer is still by and large doing what they need to do, and by and large not converting this to a pay to win. Because I think if you see a lot of like those, you know, free-to-play MMO, sooner or later they have to succumb to the fact that financial is a problem. You know, subscribers or, you know, players base are dropping, and they just have to do what is necessary, which is to make money. And in order to make money, they have to do something that that is very not popular, like the you know, like selling item with money and so on. So you know, so I think, you know, Marvel Hero hasn't really gone that path yet. I think if they do go that path, probably is the time when I'm gonna say bye-bye to them, because I don't, you know, I've already spent a lot of money in this game, and I don't believe that I should really buy gear. Like, you know, can you imagine you can buy a Coriolanus for $5 well, although the shop right now, even the ultimate token is already something you can purchase. So I hope it doesn't go too far, because it's always a slope that it's always a lot of gray area in this in life itself. Maybe there's about 50 shades of it, and so I mean, that said, I mean, it is still a good game for me. It's the content kind of like style, I would say. I mean, I think one of you are playing the Cosmic MM version, and you only find it fun to log on during the Monday. But I strongly recommend you to play during the to play the Cosmic version of the High Town instead. And there are many good reasons why you should do that. One of the reasons why is that all the unit that you picked up will have a challenge point. Now, what is a challenge point? Some people ask. Is the, well, not this one here, it's the heroes unique, so this one here. So yeah, you can see a +1 fighting towards the end of it. So if you are going to farm for, like, you know, farm for gear anyway. I mean, why spend time farming gear that is inferior without the challenge point? Because you have to sort of spend time doing things anyway. So let me open another disturbance box and see what is it that I need to kill. Okay, Sinister, that's fine. So I'll hop into Sinister once I'm done with this crossbone. I'm still crafting that vest. I've crafted one of them, and I've got another 17 I can craft. So in total, I would be able to craft like 18 vests. It could be more if I play more this week. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, so that is really from my perspective. I still play because the many heroes that we have. That is the only reason, really. I find it fun that I could, like, you know, play the various different heroes and discover the design and, you know, and just, you know, just play something different. So that is what I enjoy playing this game. Yeah. So I don't know whether I've answered your question or not. For, you know, ooh, wow, this is sometimes it does have something good. I hope they have some like auto help me decide stuff, and so I don't need to think too hard on whether to keep things and not to keep things. Just to automate some of these processes would be very good. Outsource some of these things to something that you know, it's just too many items. So I'm heading to, hang on, there are 3 bosses there. What am I doing? Maybe I should. You know, I think in the forum someone said that you could get to legend reputation in just a matter of hours. The problem is I can't, because I'm constantly getting distracted by what's happening around me, and I'm not really maxing meaning, and man, too late. I'm not really maxing a meaning on everything. So, you know, I'm just enjoying the process, although I would like to have my XP kind of like, you know, increase faster. All right. So my motivation really is to, you know, play different heroes, and the content wise, they always buff some content and sort of leave some content to rotting, which is something I'm used to, and I don't know what's the next big thing. I suspect that this whole setup on the Cosmic Hightown, you know, it's just a favor of the month. I mean, you know, previously was Danger Room. I think they recognize that probably is a failure in some sense. I keep saying that the reward is no good. Do up the reward nicely. I mean, those rings, and you know, I need to be able to really buy something I like. You know, not just keep refreshing the vendor and not getting anything. You know, that is, and I think my graphic card is doing some funny stuff with this Mascalia, which is too powerful. Oh, the graphic is just, what? I get pulled out from there. Okay, and the well, with every patch there's some kind of bug everywhere. So I think I'm going to pause the game here and done. I'm going to pause the game here and and I'm resume recording to answer the questions. All right, it's just the graphics are crazy, huh? So back to the topic. I hope you have some idea why I'm still playing this game, and as in what I usually do in this game when I log in, because I think some of you may be interested to know what others are interested in playing. I mean, for me, it depends on the event. So like right now the event is pretty good. I will just play around with it a little bit. I mean, the XP bonus is very hard to sort of like, you know, to miss, right? I'm still grinding for XP. I don't replay the Midtown Madness anymore because it's just, I mean, I could do it for XP, but since they nerf XP, I don't know, man. I don't feel it. You know, when I play it, it just doesn't feel as like great before. It just feels slow anyway. So, and the gear is crap. So what can I do with MM? So I mean, yeah, and I've been playing MM for a long time in the past already. So it's not something I'll enjoy playing that much. So I skipped the whole Monday thingy. It's a pity though. I used to do it. They should have done like a Monday, any patrol is rewarding. I don't have to cram everybody into the same patrol zone, right? I mean, even Hightown patrol. And that would be a very welcoming change. And I still think that they make a mistake in nerfing the patrol XP, you know, because they forgot to turn that cosmic thingy buff off for I don't know how many months or year. So after they've done that, it's like, oh man, I mean, I don't really feel doing patrol anymore. It's not really that fun for the. Oh wow, we can one shot this guy. It's not really that fun, at least from my perspective, when I do the same thing again and again. Maybe High Town is still quite new to me, but maybe a couple of months later I'll feel the same too, and I hope they will figure out what to do next for me. So I usually go for the event like I think there's one Omega event. I need to do hollow sim that I really hate doing. Then after that, there's another event that I need to do the one quest for the ultimate token, which I don't mind kind of doing. It's quite easy to do anyway. So that is something that I usually do. Okay, so that is done. What have I? Okay, maybe I was interrupted. So that's usually something that I would just play. And then in the middle, what I do, I spend a lot of time in training rooms. I know you guys know about it, and I level some of these new heroes and figure out the build. Some of the changes like the Magneto, like the Loki, as well as the one more hero I can't quite remember, that I'll do another guide on because of the changes they have done for the hero. So it's something that I would. I didn't know that her fingers are so fat. Yeah, I mean no disrespect. Huh. Okay, no ultimate doesn't work. Well, because my ultimate is still on cooldown, huh? So yeah, I mean that's basically what I'm playing these days in the game. Just figure out things, builds, and I mean I think the good thing about me is also I've got this YouTube channel going. I have a lot of friends here. The Kim is sort of like excited in the sense that I'm still seeing this game through some of your eyes, new to this game, the new players' eyes on this game, and it's really cool as well because I think for us it could be a bit stale in some way, but for a lot of you it could be just a brand new experience, right? So I always see it from that perspective. All right, so now subdue the target. Next one is curse. So I'm going to get done soon on this video. It's getting a little long. I don't know how long I've been talking. I can actually talk for ages, huh? I didn't even know I have it in me. And let me just, wow, I can't really loot anything anymore. No, I don't want this, and I don't want this, I don't want this. Firework, this all there. Yeah, I always find it quite pretty. So in the end, what happened to the bugged one for the last event? I actually ate all 400 or 500 of them at one shot. It's quite a beautiful sight to see her, like see her in. I can't loot this thing. Okay. Yeah. In the kind of visual effect. So, and that is okay. So I've got yet another stuff here. Let me see whether this is good. No, this is no good. And I thought I have something here. Okay, so that is no good. This is well, actually not bad. This one as well. A lot of decisions to make. Decision. Maybe I do the curse right now. Oh no, I don't want that. Not so. Okay. The last question probably is let's talk a little bit about about lighter topic here. My favorite newer heroes these days. I think the I don't know whether it hangs or not. If it hangs, so I probably need to restart this. Okay, so it doesn't hang. Oh, by the way, always head back to the camp to see whether you can get more boxes, because that is how you get more seal. So now this game has a lot of heroes, of course. The newer hero is always more powerful than the older hero, of course. And the so one of the questions is that what do I think about the the newer heroes? Which one are the one that really stick to me? Now I just want to have some disclaimer here. I play the game in a probably different manner as you all. I don't necessarily enjoy too much heroes that are too powerful. I find them just a little bit unbalanced, I would say, imbalanced. And so it's not something I personally would enjoy. I enjoy heroes that are more like balanced. I enjoy heroes that are more easier to execute. I don't enjoy the hotbar dancing too much. I think some of you could relate, but some of you is like, wow, you guys are lazy, man, you don't hotkey. I mean, no, I think it's just a handicap in whole design. And I think if a designer really put their thoughts through how to design a game well, you don't really need that many power to make a heroes fun. I think it's just that you don't require a lot of thinking if you give you everything, right? So I wouldn't say the word lazy because some people get offended with it, but if you put more thought to it, you probably do not need to design heroes to just use all the power to swap across. And this game is not World of Warcraft. The pace is a lot faster. So for Warcraft, it's fine. You can still click the button on the hotbar, and and I mean, even for Warcraft, you can see the hotbar on the everything here. So the cooldown, you can manage it. Not for this game by a mile, no. So by the way, I'm using the leveling gear, so kill time is not going to be fantastic for Scarlet Witch, but I do the best I can because I think XP is more important at this point. So I think back to the topic, the newer hero that I enjoy as follow. I really like Magic. I think she is very nice to play. Although disappointed with her summoner build, but then again, it's one of those heroes whereby it doesn't matter what gear you use, summoner or non-summoner use the same set of gear, which I think is kind of interesting as well. You don't need to farm an extra kind of like set of gear. So that is probably why I think Magic is one of my favorite. Now, it may or may not be your cup of tea, and I see what my next one is. It may or may not be your cup of tea, but that is probably something that I enjoy playing. That is for Magic. And I think I like Blade a lot as well. I know Blade is not a very popular choice. Again, I'm not saying you guys should just buy it, really. If I enjoy it, whether you enjoy it is a different story because we all look for different things in life. I think Blade is interesting because he has both his ranged build and melee build, and he has losing health and kind of gain health kind of thing. The card cycle is very unique, so I enjoy this kind of gameplay. Electra is something I like a lot as well. Not that she's powerful. I don't think she's that powerful in tuning perspective. I think there's still a lot of room for her. I have to keep going back to loot stuff. What's up with this game, man? It's like you take 2 steps forward, you take 1 step back. What song is it? Where's the old song? Man, I just give up, man. I think there's probably they want to come and say, wow, this thing dropped like candy, huh? Am I? Okay, I don't know what happened, but the drop rate is just phenomenal in this particular instance. I don't usually how about now, no? Okay, fine. I think somehow there's a timer somewhere. The timer has gone wrong. Wow. See, there's another token here. It's a funny thing. So that Electra is something that I enjoy because she reminds me a lot on Psylocke, which is my favorite hero. Very heartbroken. Psylocke is still not quite where I want her to be. So I play Electra so as to get closer to Psylocke. That sounds really strange, but in a way, that is really what happened to me and Electra. So I think Electra is nice. And I also happen to like the Iron Fist as well. Not all of his build, but the build that is kind of the twin build that I've created for you guys. I thought it was really fun, and I've got a lot of really fun names that the power. I mean, again, this sort of thing you probably wouldn't pay attention to, but I do find that the all these things kind of add up together as I play this game. I enjoy stuff like that, just a little bit different from the rest of the what we see. Manape is actually not that bad. It's in what MM is it? Anyway, I've got a legendary quest in MM as well. So so I think that is all really about this video. I'm not going to do too much on talk about this video too much, but hope you get some idea on my kind of favorite heroes to play in a newer kind of heroes that I enjoy playing. Black Cat, I think at one point I like as well, but it's one of those heroes that I seldom play anymore. At one point I was crazy over Black Cat. But let me know in the comments box below what are the heroes lately that you have unlocked and found that, wow, I really enjoy playing. I would like to hear from you too, seeing through the new player's eyes, like I always say. Okay, have a nice day. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the loot for for the Civil War 3, week 3. All right, bye.